Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Reese. We're recording. You can't see her, but my daughter Reese is over on the iPad, finishing up some work, doing a little Adventures in Adversity podcast recording here. We have our play date starting in about 12 minutes with Lincoln and Liam. So I wanted to get on and talk about, what does Mommy talk about? Adventures in what? Brayden's usually my go-to. She's kind of more of a behind-the-scenes kind of girl. We're going to talk about Adventures in Adversity. Happy Friday cocktail hour edition. And I just wanted to talk about something that I'm working on. This will maybe be like a 5-minute episode. Okay, Reese PC? Cool? Yes or no? It's going well. Triggers. So, I am not a therapist. I enjoy therapy. I like reading about therapy. I like self-discovery, self-work, healing work, science, neuroscience, all that stuff. However, there's a foot. I'm not an expert on triggers. I'm just going to, again, everything I say on this podcast is through the lens of what I think about triggers and what I've learned. I've learned that anytime through all this reading, Mel Robbins, Cory Muscara, Tiffany Rowe, who's an amazing online therapist and my business coach, all sorts of people that post, this is Reese, triggers, when something triggers you, when you actually react, they all say this, that shows you like where your wounds are. Because if you don't react, then there's, who cares, right? What was it? Someone said, if someone says to you, you have purple hair, and you're like, I don't have purple hair. And they're like, no, your hair is purple. And you're like, okay, well, I know my hair's not purple, so it's fine. I don't really give a shit what you say. And they're like, you know that. If they say your hair is purple and even like a part of you believes that it might be purple, you know what that's called, Reese?
Now?
A trigger. It triggered you to have a reaction. I'm going to post a link to all the people that have taught me about triggers, all the Instagram therapists and amazing coaches and spiritual thinkers who have said stuff about triggers that made me realize whenever I have a reaction, which is quite often, it's because a part of me believes whatever that person's saying must be true. Yikes. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a reaction, right? Is the play date here? Are they here? Can you go check? Otherwise, I'll keep recording. Will you tell me, boo-boo? Here you go. I'm not a hot mess. I'm a spicy disaster. Are they here, sister? Are they here? Is Janelle here? Okay, will you knock on the door when she's here? I'm recording right now. So, yeah, like right now. So, can you knock on the door when she's here? Yeah. Cool. Adventures in Adversity, home podcast edition. The adventures of recording at home and having no budget to make a private studio because you have 2 jobs and you're trying to get things off the ground. Okay, so yeah, triggers. For example, I get triggered. Oh gosh, if I feel like, love you, Mom. She knows I love her. If she makes any sort of comment about like the house whatsoever, like anything, like, oh, I just picked up that from the floor, or like anything that doesn't even mean anything, I get pissed because I'll be like, are you saying I'm not a good homemaker? Are you saying I'm sloppy? And then she's like, no, I'm actually just saying I was picking up the box off the floor. So it triggers me because a part of me is like, there's a wound or a trigger there. Whereas if my mom were to say to me, you know, Brie, you're a really bad writer, I'd be like, okay, Mom, sounds good. Because no part of me believes that I'm a bad writer. Boom. So anything you react to is where you need to do the work, which means to work on everything because I react to everything. Right, Reese? How's Mama doing? Am I calm most of the time? Meow meow. She said meow meow. All right. Well, I think our guests are here. This will be a short 5 minutos of episode, Adventures in Adversity. how to respond to your triggers as someone who's working on it, as a non-therapist who is at the beginning of my little adversity journey, where the triggers are. That's where your work is, baby. Why do I always say that? Baby. Also, do you like my clock that I've posted about? Let that shit go. Happy Friday. Notice your triggers. Work on it. Can't wait for my next interview. Hit subscribe. Subscribe on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or hit like on Instagram. Bye-bye.